You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you. Is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you. Is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you. Is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you. Is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you. Is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you. Is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you. Is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you. Is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you. Is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you. Is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you. Is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. Yeah, I'm ready. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you. Is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical When the battle chooses you, God fights for you. Is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you. Is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you. Is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you. Is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. Hello and good evening again to another episode of Tuesdays with the Ambassador of Hope. I trust that you're doing well. Greetings from Accra, Ghana. Listen, what an honor, what a joy, what a privilege for me to come your way. I hope your week is going very well. But whichever way it is, so long as there's breath in your nostrils and a heartbeat in your chest, there's hope for you. Listen, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. Pick up your device wherever you are. Share to at least 10 people. Tag 10 people. Share to 10 people. Can you do that for me? Please do that for me. Can you do that for me? Whilst I acknowledge some of our people, Pastor Richard, the land of the 10,000 lakes, Minneapolis, Minnesota, welcome. Mary Sweet is in the house. Miripa Natasha. Emma Ronnie, good to see you here. Dr. Mary, I hope you are doing very well. From the Republic of Tennessee, Nashville, Music City, Pastor David Yankroma. From the deep in the heart of the Bronx, in the city of New York, the place that never sleeps, Pastor Chumesi Rehoboth. Rose Queen, good to have you here. Julia, give Him all the glory. Philip, Julia, God bless you. Joyce Tamfu Folemu, good evening. V, you are ready? I am ready. Listen, let's do it. Let's share to as many people as possible. We are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. YouTube is Ofosu-Appiah Official. Then Facebook is the Ambassador of Hope. Episode number 142. Episode 142. And today, keys. Yes, keys. Keys. I mean, you know, keys. Frank Wiafi, good evening to you. God bless you so much. Nicholas Opuni, you are in the house. Yes, I'm back. I'm back in the motherland. Soldier Daniel Pencil, God bless you, Michelle. Super excited for Michelle. I like your keys, man. That is amazing. Good evening, Elizabeth Epton. Good evening, Esther. St. God bless you. Pastor Jesse Morrison, Ayuma. God richly bless you from Dusseldorf. I miss you guys already. I hope you are all doing well. What an honor, what a blessing to be here with you. God richly bless you so much. Keys, listen, keys. Before we get into the meat of the word, let me tell you, this week, this week, we are in the city of Sunyani for Maximize 2024. If you've ever attended any of them, my God, you agree with me that it's been amazing. It's purely leadership. Purely leadership. And this year we are treating the leadership edge. There are some things that we want to do with your life. Listen, there's a leader on the inside of you crying out for expression. A lot of the issues in this life are leadership issues. We can solve them through leadership. When we get leadership right, we'll get a lot of things right. Every nation is a reflection of leadership. Every family, every church, whatever, is a reflection of leadership. And of course, followership. So we teach all of these things. Listen, it's not too late. It's not too late. You can go on our site, go to the Ambassador of Hope. The flyer will be there. Just register and show up. If you cannot show up, well, it will not be live streamed, by the way. It will not be. It's a register. It's by registration only. And so if you can make it there. There are a whole lot of people that are going with us to Sunyani. And Sunyani is ready. Every year it's grown exponentially. And the testimonies that have come out is such amazing. It's heartwarming. It's so good that we are doing a little bit. You know, we want you to be a leader, cutting a leader wherever you are. The world needs leadership today. And if you want to sponsor any of the leaders, there are people who need a little bit of help. So for those of you who are a little bit advantaged economically, could you help us? Could you really help us? Go online, you see a number there. And then on that same Saturday or so, we have another mission to widows. You know, we've been helping widows, feeding them, clothing them, helping them in many, 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 many ways. We don't want to get into all the details. And this year, I've seen the stuff that we are sending to them. It's heartwarming. You know, listen, in this life, the shallowest life you can live is to live for yourself. One is a very small number. Live for somebody. Let somebody smile. Give somebody hope. If you want to support us, please do. Mommy was on the flight the other day, shared it with somebody, total stranger. She just supported. So the seed said, listen, next year, I want to go with you. Let's help. Let's help. Let's help. But episode number 142, keys. I start with a question tonight. By the way, Ohinini Mokwame, good evening to you. Now, Zakobsen Kwafo, God richly bless you. Samayisi, Toronto, Canada, bless you. Wise the Maker, good evening to you. Yes, keys. Somebody said keys, oh keys. I like that. I like that. Felix, Felber Kofi Kwache, God richly bless you. Thank you. Or listen, have you ever got into a door? Very excited to get into some rooms or some places, and then you discover to your chagrin that even though it's the right door, you've been shown that door is the right door, maybe the right number, but you couldn't access it because you didn't have keys. You didn't have the wherewithal to get in there. It can be very, very frustrating, can't it? Yeah. And my observation in this life is this, that many people, you know, I happen to be a Christian unashamedly for Christ, and a lot of people pray, and I like prayer, I really do. But a lot of people pray for doors. One of the prayers that I see a lot of prayer points, pray for God to give you doors, God to give you doors, God to give, which is very good. But sometimes we ignore one thing that facilitates our entry into doors, and that is keys. What is the point in having the most ornate, the most beautiful, the most amazing door that promises a lot of things behind the door, and yet you cannot access that door because you don't have keys? And sometimes you may even have keys and not have the right keys. I thought about that. And that is why I'm informing, this is what informs episode 142. Keys. When you pray for doors, yes, but can you also pray for your eyes to be opened to have the right keys to the door? Very important that you understand. So when we say key, what do we mean? I have about 3 different definitions, and I'll put the last one out there for you. I'll let you know. But when we talk about keys, of course, is that physical, sometimes, you know, that small piece of metal that you insert into a lock, you turn, and then it opens. Either a door or a box or something. You know, we call them keys. These are little keys. In fact, today, many are becoming digital. You know, they are still the same. It's a key. It's a digital. Then, when we say key, it's also a system that unlocks a code. It's a system that unlocks a code. You know, sometimes there's a code that not everybody can unlock it to get information. But when you are given a key, then you are able to use that key to unlock a code. Now, the third, which I'm interested in, is a thing that provides the means. It's a thing that provides the means of achieving or understanding something. A key is something that is, it could be an idea, it could be an insight, it could be a direction, it could be an instruction that provides you the means to achieve something or to understand something. Within those keys, there are pointers, there are clues, or there are leads. And that is my main concern for this episode. So when I talk about keys, I'm talking about ideas, I'm talking about directions, I'm talking about insight, I'm talking about instructions, eye-opening things that gives you access into things. You know, a great prophet, Isaiah, said something. The Lord spoke through Isaiah. He said, I'll give you the treasures of darkness and hidden riches in secret places. Hear me, my friend, in this life, there are treasures, but they are shrouded in darkness. They are riches, but they are hidden. You need keys to access those treasures. I've traveled many, many, many countries in this life. Some very affluent nation. In fact, about 3-4 weeks ago, I was in the richest nation in Europe. Man, here's a nation at peace with itself. And I've also been in some desperately poor nations. But one of the things I realized is that no matter how desperately poor a nation is, there are still rich people there. There are still people breaking through. Wow, because they have keys that the ordinary person may not have understanding into. That is what I want to help you. And I realize that today, almost everybody, well, that is if you are normal, you are saved, is looking for some blessing in this life. Everybody wants to be blessed. But I want to say that blessings by themselves don't always come from, laying on of hands, prayer. People, they can, Papa, lay your hands on me and bless me, which I will oblige. I will oblige because it works. I know it works. A blessing silences curses. A blessing elevate. And sometimes we pray for blessing. We pray. Yes, they all happen. But many times we are so tunnel visioned that we miss what the blessings can do, and that is they point us into doors. In fact, in life, sometimes many blessings come to us, but because we are not alert, we miss those blessings. God brings us answers and things from many, many. In fact, one time, the Apostle Paul, a man that had revelation, said something that really touched me in the book of Romans chapter. He said, does not even nature teach you? Does not even nature teach? Which means nature can even teach us. But sometimes we Christians, we think everything must download from the Spirit. But it says, does not even nature. Which means sometimes nature talks to you. Nature teaches you. Sometimes it speaks to your body. Sometimes some things happen and God is talking to you. So blessing comes in different matters. In different ways, I beg your pardon. Listen, work is a blessing. Work is not a curse. Work was there before Adam sinned. Work is a blessing. To be gainfully employed, to be able to get out of the house. It brings you dignity. It brings food on your table. It stops you from being a destitute and a beggar. No matter what it is, so long as you earn some income, there's dignity in it. It may not be much, but at least you have something to bring. Work is a blessing. Relationships are blessings. One of these days, you are going to wake up and you are going to discover that God brought a lot of blessings your way through relationships, but you did not handle them very well. Let me tell you something. One of the greatest bridges between you're here and you're there are the relationships that you build. If you look into your life and you have a high turnover of relationships, please sit back and begin to order, because a day will come, you grow old and you realize that our joy, our breakthrough, our comfort, our security come from relationship. Able to breathe, to be able to breathe is a blessing. Sight is a blessing. And one of the greatest blessings that I have seen is the blessing of when somebody puts keys in your hands and points you to a door that you may enter. Hear me. What you need in your life for whatever breakthrough you are looking for may be at the other side of a door. You can stand at that door, knock, kick, scratch, cry, pray until your teeth fall out, until the cows come home. If you don't have keys, you are not entering those doors. That is why episode 142 is so important. And I want to dedicate these few minutes, I'm not going to be too long. I think I'm still hopelessly jet lagged. To put some keys in your hands, to open some doors in life. And I'm just going to rattle them. I'm not going to get into too many details, but I'm going to give you 10 keys that will hand success to you in whatever area you are involved in. These are generic keys that you can turn everywhere to be a blessing to you. Whether you are involved in business, whether you are involved in ministry, politics, corporate, you're working for self, whatever it is, these keys will help you. I realize that in this life, a lot of people want things to happen on a silver platter. I've told you that this ambassador of hope, I will tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Life is not cheap. Life is not easy. Somebody said to me the other day, ambassador of hope, life is hard. And I said, I agree, but it's even harder when you are stupid. Life is even harder when you are stupid. I'm telling you. And I know that everybody has a right to be stupid, but please don't abuse the privilege. Please hear me. I see a lot of people, they are spiritual, they say, oh, they have planted. We are very good at terminologies and things. But can you stop and realize that? I've been traveling this direction for all these years and I haven't gotten to that destination. Maybe I should stop cursing the road and maybe turn a new direction and see what the Lord will do. Listen, God is totally sold out to your success. He said to a commander, a general, a warrior, that this book of the law, that is his word, shall not depart out of your mouth. You shall meditate in it day and night and observe to do all that is written there. Then you shall make your way prosperous and you shall have good success. God said it. He guaranteed it. So God is not against success. And by the way, success is relative. To the poor, so money may be success. To the blind, sight is success. To maybe the one who is desperately in need of a relationship, getting somebody is success. So whichever way that you consider success, I'm going to put some keys in your hands. They are generic. You may not need all the 10. But one way or the other, begin to put them into practice. And get there, because you don't suddenly or happen, we go to church. I believe in declarations. I believe in the power of declarations. But after we have shouted the declaration and put our hand on our head until we grow bored, what do we do with it? Think about that. So I'm going to give you some 10 very, very quickly. Let's see who is in the house. Rampy, good evening to you. Good to have you. Ahonfe Patri, how are you tonight? God richly bless you. Good to have you here. Pastor Sam, Charles, God bless you so much. Dr. Pius, so good to have you. Ivy, good evening to you. Nice talking to you today, chatting with you today. I hope everything goes on very, very well for you. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Rosa Tiso, good evening. Good evening to you. Thank you. Yvonne is in the house. Yvonne Otto, Holali, God bless you. Mary says that, Daddy, please continue laying your hands on me. Why? It's working, pa. I like that. I'll keep laying my hands on you. I believe in the power of laying hands. I believe that there's impartation. It works. Deuteronomy 34:9 says that Joshua, the son of Nun, was full of the spirit of wisdom because Moses, the man of God, had laid hands upon him. There's impartation. It happens. Paul said to Timothy that stir up the gift that is in you that was imparted to the laying of the hands of the presbytery. So these things happen. I know they do, but after we've laid our hands on you, just turn the keys. Just turn the keys. Evangelist Josephine, good to have you here. Greetings to you again. God bless you. I hope Australia is treating you very well. God richly, richly, richly bless you. Oh, wow. Jackie, how are you? I hope you are doing well. Auntie Mary Frimpong, good evening to you. Auntie Mary, God bless you. My billionaire, Mark Pessima, blessings upon you. Blessings upon you. All of you guys are here. You are all so awesome. Let's see our YouTube crowd. Our YouTube crowd in the house. Yes, our YouTube crowd. So many of you watching. Wow. Nicholas Opuni is here. I salute you, Pastor Steve. I hope Worcester is treating you very well. My chaplain in Nigeria, Taiwo Balogun, God bless you. Thank you so much. I feel very humble. I feel honored. Kenneth, Kyle, God bless. Yes, Pastor Jesse is in the house. Wow. Blessings. Miriam, my one and only. Miriam, God bless you, Nana. God richly bless you. All right, let's get into the meat of our thing. Let me put some keys in your hands. They are very simple. I like, there's something about, simply, I see Thelma T, you are here, and if I could kick you out, I would have kicked you out. You are in almighty trouble, big time trouble. So I've been waiting for this. So there's a fight. I have a fight with you, Thelma. So just sit tight, But hey, let's go right ahead. Let's go right ahead. I'm just going to put these 10 keys in your hands, okay? They are going to help you. You may not need all of them. Maybe just one is all that you need to turn your life around. Number one key is this. How you think is everything. I'm putting it all out there. You can screenshot it. You can give it. How you think is everything. That's a key. Thinking. Never underestimate the power of your mind. Don't waste your mind. Listen, I have grown enough, I've worked enough, I've led enough to know this, that there are few issues in this life that you cannot think yourself into a solution. Few issues. I know that there are some cultures, there are some places, some of the most difficult thing they ever do is to think, and to think creatively. I'm telling you, even the Bible, your Bible says in Ephesians 3:20 that unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask, that is prayer, and think. Ask. God put prayer and thinking on the same level. You can pray, but if you don't think, you are a prayerful fool. Thinking is important. You know, and there are two kinds of thinkers. There are those who think what is wrong with everything. I've met people like that. Some of them are social media. Every time they are thinking about what is wrong. What is wrong? What is wrong? What went wrong? Blah, 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 blah. Such people don't succeed. They are anointed critics. But there are those who think what is right and what can be right. They look at things. So please, begin to think outside the box. You are faced with a situation today. You are looking at it, but look at it creatively. Because every progress that humanity has ever experienced started from the mind. Two brothers in Dayton, Ohio, America, who were bicycle mechanics and things, thought about, why can't machines fly? And Wilbur and Orville, they went on and on and on and on and on and on. And they set a contraction at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. And the thing flew for a few years. And later, they were able to do the first airplane. Flew around for about 39 minutes. You know, and today, aircraft, today we go to the moon with the ideas that they started. Think about the internet, where social media is working supreme, that you can hear me now. Once upon a time, it could never have happened. You have to go to Blockbusters or something to go and hire, VHS, things, and when they break on you, you are in trouble. Medical breakthroughs today, they're able to perform surgeries without invasion, without cutting you up. It's just amazing. The great automobile, man, Henry Ford, he said something that whatever you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. If you think you can, you are right. If you think you can't, you are right. Listen, sometimes when you have prayed and it feels like God is not answered or answers are not coming, could it be that God is telling you, think your way to a solution? Please, my friend, think. Thinking is everything. Thinking has helped. I sit down and I think. I look at issues and I think, and it's amazing how I'm able to find solutions even in the most difficult situations. So key number one is your thinking. Number two, discover and use your strength. Yes, discover and use your strength. I realize that too many people don't become successful because you spend too much time focusing on your weakness, focusing on your lack, focusing on your inabilities, and focusing on your inadequacies. Human beings are like that. We are wired negatively. Listen, understand that when you were born with strength. God gave you strength. Some people call it talent, others call it gifts, others call it aptitude, whatever. The Creator put them in you so that you can be successful, use them to be successful in life. What do you like? What do you really like to do? What do people affirm in you? In what areas do you shine? What are some of the things that come to you naturally? That is a key to the door of your success. It could be that you are just gifted in playing of instruments. You are gifted in singing. Don't hide in the shower. All of that. And let somebody say, oh, you can. No, there's something you can do. A lot of people waste all their time, all their energy trying to improve their weakness. And after they do that, they realize that they've lost their strength. I'm not saying you shouldn't improve on your weakness, but listen, spend more time strengthening yourself than worrying about your weakness. Spend more time working on your strengths, and they will compensate for those weaknesses. Other than that, you are going to lose your edge. So please, there's something on the inside of you. Discover it. Destiny is there, but you have to discover it. Then you work on it. Then you deploy it. I hope it's helping you. What is it on the inside of you? Some of you are phenomenal cooks. Start from somewhere. Start. There's dignity in labor. Some of you have fashion on your mind. Start from somewhere. All the Armanis and all these great houses, that are all over the world, started from somewhere. Please start. Please start. Number 3, never stop learning. I wanted it to be as easy as possible. Never stop learning. Somebody said this to me many years ago, that the day you stop learning, that is the day you start dying. The day you stop learning, that is the day you start dying. In fact, I'm going to tweak it a little bit for Tuesday or tomorrow, but I'm going to say that the day you stop learning, that is the day you start being obsolete or irrelevant. Hear me, my friend. All you know is not all there is to know. Where you are is not all there is to be. Today, knowledge is increasing at breakneck speed. What is latest today, tomorrow becomes obsolete. I remember one time I was talking to my daughter Nikki, and I said, "Oh, Nikki, I'm sending you an email." She said, "Daddy, that is 1980s. Like email too is slow." I said, "No, that's 29. Just do airdrop. Let me stand here and do." I said, "Really? Yeah. No, today's generation don't have time." And I realized that that's how it is. So please, learn. Learning improves your value. Learn something. And let me throw you some ways to learn. Seize every opportunity you get to exchange knowledge. When you meet progressive people, start a conversation. Pick on their brains. Talk less than you listen. Listen more than you talk. You are learning. You are observing. Observe people. You are learning. See how great people do things. Sometimes embrace contradictions. Because sometimes when you believe in a particular way or you do this and there are contradictions that come your way, your initial instinct is to resist it. But no. Sometimes these contradictions will stretch you. Because when you have been raised in a particular way, when you have been raised in a particular tangent, and something comes to challenge your status quo, it troubles you. Do you know that the majority of human beings in this life, they will live and die in their comfort zone? Yes, because nothing stretches them. Contradictions become like demons that must be prayed away. But sometimes that is where your breakthrough is. Whenever you are in a situation, please, can you look at the big picture? That maybe your views are too narrow and they are not the only valid views. Look beyond things. That is how you learn. Learning is not just only going to a book to choose something and pour. No, by observing, making conclusions is very important. Use every situation that you are in as a learning situation. My friend, be willing to learn. I hope you are learning something. So number one, your thinking is everything. Thinking. How you think is everything. Number two, discover and use your strength. You have it, use it. You have it, use it. And then number three, never stop learning. Don't stop learning. Number four, you must learn to take action. Take action. Take action. Action everything. After you finish praying, take action. After you finish thinking, take action. After you do the plans, take action. A lot of people are talented with ideas, loaded with ideas, but you never take action. I want to ask you a question. Do you use actions to back your intentions? All the plans that you have made, what actions have you put to them? Listen, you will never experience what is possible until you take action. Make a move. Don't procrastinate. Don't be held back by the paralysis of analysis. Stop the daydreaming and start now. Let me look at you, my friend. You've been thinking about this business. You have the plan for this business. I have a question. When are you going to start? Your enemy, as it were, don't get me wrong, may not even be devils or demons or the devil. Your enemy is the clock on your wall. Every move of the second's hand is telling you that you are getting closer to the end of your life. If you don't make a move, 1 year after today, you will still be at the same place. If you don't make a move, 10 years, you'll still be in the same place. And please don't ask me what if. If you ask me what if, I'll reply with the question, what if not? You never know what is at the other side of the door until you do something. Maybe you need to start that business. Maybe you need to take that course. My friend, start. Do it. Start. Invest. Take that course. It may be hard. Do it. Maybe you need to say yes and start dating that person. Go ahead. How would you know if he or she is the right person if you don't take action? After all, dating, you are just going to find out whether yes or no. And what is the worst anybody can say to you? What is it that anybody can say to you that will kill you? So make the move. Don't wait. You know, the wise man said in a certain book that he wrote called Ecclesiastes. He says, if you observe the wind, you will never sow. And if you observe the rain, you will never reap. That is, if you want everything to be perfect, you will never make a move. So he says that in the morning, sow your seed. In the evening, do not withhold. For you do not know which one. You do not know which one will happen for you. So don't just sit there. Take action. I want to say, listen, There's a song that you have written. There are songs you've written. They are here. When are you going to go into a studio? Listen, go online, do something, but make sure it's good. Go online, do something. Shake the bushes. That is how people break through and make millions. You are potentially a millionaire, but you are dying in your inability to make a move. Nobody's going to put you in a gun and shoot you. No, you got to move. You know, one time, a patriarch called Abraham, he wanted a wife for his son. His son was Isaac, you know. So he sent his chief servant called Eliezer of Damascus to go look. And this guy went. He prayed, but he went. And there was a series of events with Rebecca, you know. And Eliezer said something that really moved me. He was recounting his journey, how God, and he said, as I was on my way, the Lord led me to this house. And when I read it, I said, whoa. As I was on my way, the Lord led me. So sometimes you need to start, take the action, and see where the Lord will lead you. God will not just shoot you and trigger you that, no, move. So number 5, focus your time. Your time must be focused. Because in this life, I don't know about you, but time is of the essence. Time is the period in which things are done. So please never take the gift of time for granted. How you handle time can be the separation between winners and also runs. I kid you not. You manage your life by managing your time. The truth of the matter, you agree with, I don't even have to say that, is have you ever met anybody in this life who has 25 hours a day? I'd like to meet the person and shake their hands. Would you please be kind enough to introduce to me somebody who lives 8 days a week? It doesn't happen. So my friend, whatever 24 hours you have, use it. Use those hours profitably. You know, when you lose money, chances are that you can work and gain money back. Health goes, sometimes you can be nursed back to health. But when you lose time, where do you go back to get time? Time cannot be banked. Time cannot be recycled. Time cannot be retrieved. Time cannot be put on hold. Time is constantly moving. Please, my friend. Even sometimes on your devices, sometimes on they tell like Samsung or Apple, whatever, that, oh, you spend so much time on screen time, blah, blah. They even tell you how you are spending your time on different platforms. So my question is, what are you doing with time? Please don't spend all your time on things that don't matter. Don't become a minister for unimportant affairs. Focus your time. Have time for yourself. Have time for God. Have time for your loved ones. Have time for your studies. Have time. 24 hours a day. I tell people, let me tell you what I tell people. They tell us that every normal human being, you must sleep 8 hours a day. That's fine. You sleep 8. We have 24 hours a day. So if you sleep 8 hours, 1/3 is gone. You have 2/3 more. We are supposed to work 8 hours a day. So that is 2/3 gone. Success happens with what you do with the last 8 hours. That's where a lot of people waste time. We waste time. We spend 9 hours of those 8 hours on social media, laughing at things that truthfully are not even funny. Focus your time, my friend. I'm begging you, focus your time. Because a day will come and you wonder, where did time go? Where did time go? No, you went, not time. Number 6. I hope you're enjoying the keys. Be dependable. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that, but be dependable. If you are going to get into, if people are going to get you into their serious circles, you must prove yourself to be dependable. These are things that a lot of people don't like to hear today, especially today's generation. Oh, I'm gifted. I can sing. I can do this. I can dance. I can jump. I can put on makeup. I can do this. I can dress. I'm a content creator. But my question is, can you be depended on? Let me tell you something. This trait called dependence, that you are dependable, it's more powerful than the resume that a professional helps you to put together. Because sometimes people are going to ask about you. Are you dependable? Are you there when you are needed? Can somebody trust you? Can you give your word and stick with the word? Today it's just people words don't matter anymore. People don't care anymore. But hear me. These are keys that I am putting in your hands. It's a trait. Be dependable. When you give your word, stick with it, or don't give a word at all. Don't give promises you know you will not do them. It's very, very important. Understand that people are watching you. People are hearing about you. What would they conclude about you? It's a key. Somebody telling somebody that, oh, hire her, hire him. He or she is dependable, has put food on your table, has clothed your children, has set you on the path for successful life. Please, don't think it doesn't matter. It does. When somebody trusts you, don't break their trust. Be dependable. Number 7, I wrote these things. They are keys. They are keys, little keys. Little keys. If you are looking for a prayer meeting where hands will be laid on you, since prophesied, your name is mentioned, there are other programs that you can do, but this one I really want to help you today. I really want to help you. I want to talk to you. One day you thank me for it. But number 7, dare to be different. Dare to be different. Dare to be different. Dare to be different. I didn't say be different. I said dare, because being different is not always easy. In a place where people celebrate conformity, in a place where a lot of people want to fit in, so we lose ourselves in order to fit in. We lose who God has made us in order. So everybody's like Vanina will have no color. Hear me, my friend. Nobody pays to go and see ordinary. Nobody invests in also rants. I'm not talking about being different, but being different, but you determine that to not just be a face in the crowd. If you're involved in a business, you have an organization, you are not just going to be a number. You must be different. What do you do? How do people see? Listen, the bottom of this life is too crowded with turkeys whose only benefit is the dinner table. Be an eagle. Stand out. Be excellent. Be so excellent that it is not possible for you to be ignored. You know something? If you want to be successful, find out what ordinary people do and don't do them. Be different. Don't let somebody else create your world for you. If you do that, they will create it too small. And somebody's opinion doesn't have to be your reality. Stand out. Stand out. Do things in such a way that people cannot ignore you. I hope I'm making sense. Dare to be different. Number 8. Key number 8. Learn to communicate effectively with people. I chose my words carefully. Learn it. It's an art. Learn to communicate effectively with people, because communication is the lifeblood of every relationship. Business relationship, leadership relationship, marital relationship. It's very important. And in this life, my friend, you need to communicate. And communication is not only words. The way you position yourself is communicating. The way you dress is communicating. The way you roll your eyes is communicating. The way you grunt just to destroy somebody is communication. The way you enter a place is communication. Most things that we do, we are communicating subliminally or overtly. So learn to communicate effectively is very important. Be intentional in connecting and communicating effectively with people. It's important that you do that. Listen, God never created you and I to go solo. On Saturday, I was teaching a leadership thing, and I gave a little example about, the Formula 1 driver, the Formula 1, thing that they do. They drive the cars round. That will make me dizzy. And at the end of the race, one person gets the checkered flag, and they stand on the podium. They put champagne on all those things. And I said that anytime you see somebody on the podium, know this. That individual drove the car alone, but that individual did not race alone. Drove alone, but did not race alone. Why do I say that? Because when you follow the Formula 1, you realize that they make pit stops. They get their tires changed. They get fuel. So somebody has a walkie-talkie. Somebody, they are communicating with them. Slow down, turn this curve, do that. He's coming after you. It's a teamwork. So please, people are involved in your life. And the currency where you traffic with people is communication. Make eye contact. Make eye contact. It's a communication. When you are sitting and somebody is greeting you, get up. Shake hands firmly. These are things that spiritual people didn't teach you. So you are spiritual, but you are not smart. You are spiritual, but you are rude. And you are praying a lot, you are fasting a lot. I want to give your body back to you, okay? And get these keys and let them help you. Affirm people. Not flattery, but affirm people. Because whenever you affirm people, you are sending a message to them that you value them. And you think when somebody knows you value them, they will not reciprocate. It's important that you get that. Have empathy. Have empathy. Put yourself in other people's shoes. It's communication. Get around people. Ask people, how are you? And stop to hear how they are. How are you is not a greeting. How are you is finding out. You know, where I come from in Atlanta, how are you doing? Then they pass by. So when people ask me, airport, how are you doing? I know they are not stopping to hear. I remember sometimes somebody come and say, oh, Pastor, how are you doing? They were going to say, come. Do you want to find out how I'm doing? Then you should stop and they started, I said, let's not just be a greeting or a platitude, but find out. You must learn to respect other people's point of view. You may disagree, but please, can you disagree without being disagreeable? Can you disagree without being disagreeable? Sometimes, issues come up. I sit back, especially some pastors, and I watch them, and I wonder who raised them. The fact that you disagree with me, it does not give you a platform to insult me and to insult my intelligence. And today, people insult men and women who have walked in the dignity of years. Why is that? Yes, by all means disagree. Yes, by all means show us a new way. Show us a better way. But the attitude. Use clear and unambiguous language. If you can use a $1 word for somebody to understand, a $100 word doesn't matter. Speak, communicate. Hope I'm helping. That's key number 8. Communicate effectively with people. Find out how people are doing. Call people, text them, check up on them. Don't only get in touch with people when you have an agenda. There are people that whenever they say, hello, pastor, I'm checking on you. I'm waiting for the catch. I know there's a bottom line. They will have to hit me at long last. I know it. I've run around this block for quite a while. I know it. Check on people without an agenda. Be genuine. I've grown to that point where, never mind. The older you grow, the less your way becomes. And you narrow your circle. Because I realize I don't have all the time in the world. So please, my friend, can we do a very quick recap? Number 1, remember this. Your thinking, how you think is everything. Number 2, discover and use your strengths. Discover and use your strengths. Number 3, never stop learning. Never stop learning. Learn new things. Number 4, take action. After you finish praying, take action. When you have the plan, start from somewhere. Start later. God created the whole world. He started from day number 1. And he sat back. He applauded. It was good. And he went on. Number 5, you must focus your time. Don't give your time or just don't waste your time. Every day, you must be able to account for what you did with your time. Number 6, I beg your pardon. Be dependable. Can you be trusted? Can you be trusted? Can your family trust you? Can your boss trust you? Can your pastor trust you? Can your church trust you? Today, people are so dynamic. They just disappear at whim for the smallest of reasons. We don't understand covenant anymore. So people can't even plan. I remember talking to somebody, consulting a church, and I was talking about some plans, financial, and the man said, we don't have budget in our church. And I said, why? He said, I don't trust the people because at any given day, they walk away. So I can't even do a project and be assured that those who pledge to help the project, before we even start, majority have left. I said, that's a sad state of affairs. And I'm sure it applies in a lot. Number seven. Dare to be different. Dare to be different. So let's go. Number 8, you have to learn to communicate effectively. Let's do number 9. Be persistent in this life. Have some grit. Have some stickability. They cut off your legs, walk with your hands. They cut off your hands, roll. Whatever it is, stick in there. Because the truth is that life is not easy. Nobody is going to give you success on a silver platter. There will always be personalities. There will always be situations. There will always be circumstances that try to frustrate you and your endeavors. Whatever you do in the name of anything and everything that is holy, don't quit. Because quitting doesn't speed up the process for you. Have a clockwork dedication to your task. Because the secret to your success is found in your daily routine. Constant. Be there. Show up. They fight you. Still come back. They reject you. Come back. Stick. Somebody said that your usefulness is like the postage stamp. Stick on the envelope until you get there. Don't permit your emotions to drive your life. Have some grit. Have some, I'll be here even if nobody will. Have it on the inside of you. I hope you've learned something. The 10th and the last one is very important. Be the most person. Yeah, you heard me right. And the key is on the word most. I'm going to use it as an acronym. Pastor David Joe, God bless you. These are simple things. Priscilla, I almost sent you a very terrible text today, and you tried to redeem yourself. You've been repenting for your repentometer, hasn't it got finished? The thing that you used to repent, I'm sure it's worn out by now. Yes, Nana Kunadu, my calendar woman, Toronto, Canada. Disagree without being disagreeable. Yes, you can. Yeah, you have to respect other people's point of view. A friend, I like that. We are all learning. Evangelist Josephine says that exactly. People must stand to greet. It is a fact, my friend. My dad taught me that many years ago. Even the Bible talks about the fact that when an elderly people and a person enters a room, stand up and greet. For me, whether you are old or young or whatever, I stand up to greet you. It talks about how you were raised. It speaks volumes about you. And let me tell you something. I'm being tempted to say some things I'm going to teach in Maximize in Sunyani, so I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to give it to you for free. But let me tell you something. Every moment of your life, you are being observed. Never forget that. Every moment of your life, somebody is watching you. How do I know? Pick up your device and say something random. Say it so many, maybe imagine a conversation and keep saying a particular thing. Before you know, that thing is being advertised on your phone. Somebody is watching you. Every click of the mouse, somebody is watching you. Never forget that. And when they watch you, that's when they form opinions about you. And that opinion will lead to opportunity or no opportunity. Please, my friend, you are being watched. These are keys. I hope you like them. Now, I told you this is not another church service. I just want to put common sense into your hands. Day to day, week to week, so that you win in life. Let me tell you something. I am not trying to be flippant. I'm not trying to be flippant. But I think that life is winnable. Life is winnable. I'm not saying life is easy, but I've looked at life and I said life is winnable. You can. Don't complicate matters. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, I think verse 26, 29, the Good News Bible says that God made us plain and simple, but we have made ourselves very complicated. I'm telling you, stand back from the masses of humanity And sit down and think, and you see that you can win in life. Number 10, be the most person you can be. Be the most person you can be. So what does it mean? I'm using the most as an acronym. Number 1 is motivation. Find yourself motivation. Because every price that you pay, every price that you get is worth the price you paid. Every prize, P-R-I-Z-E, is worth the price, I-C-E, that you pay. That is it. And I've realized in this life that, listen, you are not going to get a motivation committee to come and motivate you. Find it on the inside of you. One of God's smallest creatures is the ant, A-N-T, ant. The ant has no voice. It doesn't speak, and yet it preaches the loudest message on self-motivation. God himself tells us to go to the ant and learn wisdom. He says it has no guide, no ruler, no overseer, but it is self-motivated. The ant doesn't need for somebody to ring a bell or alarm clocks to go before they get up. Please, nobody is going to motivate you in this life. Motivate yourself. Motivate yourself. People have their problems already. Motivate. Get up, face life, dress up. Say, I don't have a job, dress up and go out. I don't feel like, listen, when you don't feel like it, go. Your emotions are a false prophet. Motivate yourself for something. Listen, world leaders, champions, millionaires, billionaires, people that make a mark, they don't need people to motivate them. They get up. A lot of people are still asleep. A lot of people are under their bed sheets and things because they don't feel more. Listen, feel like it, my friend, and get up. I once told my staff some time back before COVID, when we used to go, I said, don't call in sick, crawl in sick. If you are crawling sick, then number 2 is opportunity. No great person ever complains of a lack of opportunity. In case you find yourself in hot water, how about seeing it as an opportunity to have a hot bath? It's an opportunity. They tell us, I know this is just a cliche, when life hands you lemons, turn them into lemonade. Do something. It's your opportunities all around you. Opportunity is coming towards you or going past you. A lot of the things that you call problems, they are opportunities. See it that way. See it that way. Then the S is skill. The whole world is owned by people who have the skill to solve problems. Whatever you are involved in, don't just be talented. Don't just be anointed. Have some skill. Do you see a person, Proverbs 22:29, who is skillful in their business? They will stand before great people and not before obscure people. Be skillful. That is how you become valuable to your company, to your life, to your nation. Skill. And then finally, is teamwork. You don't go as far as your dream. You go as far as your team. Who is in your squad? Do you have a squad? Do you have a company? You don't have to have 5,000 on the Facebook. No. You have 1 person, 2 people, 3 people who are in your team. Because if you get to the top alone, you probably didn't climb a very high mountain. So have a circle of friends. Have a team around you. Hold hand in hand. Let's get there. These are my 10 keys that I wanted to place in your hands today. I hope they have been a blessing. I didn't wave my hand over you for magic or anything, but I just wanted to stimulate you and open you up. Maybe there's 1 or 2 places that you are lacking. You can make it up. Maybe there's 1 or 2 places that you are good. You can be extra good. Press on, my friend. Press on. I believe in you. You did not come on earth just to be a statistic. You are not here just to occupy space and die and go and occupy space underneath the earth. Don't give up on yourself. It doesn't matter how young or old you are. I say it all the time. So long as you can breathe, so long as your heart is working, there's hope for you. Get up. Your last day can be your best day. Get up. Do something. Start from somewhere. You've tried your hands in many things, they didn't work. Still go on and do something. You never know when your break will come. I believe in you. And tonight I pray for you that God will take these words that I've spoken to you, these keys that I put in your hands, and help you find the right doors and find the right keyhole and have access into great things. I believe in you. The Lord believes in you. And I pray that one day, when you stand before Jesus, He will high-five you and say, I had a blast.
living in your body. All that remains for me to say is this. My name is Ofosu-Appiah, your ambassador of hope. Pray for me as I pray for you. This weekend we are in Sunyani. We're looking forward to see you. And I'll see you again, same place on Tuesday with another episode. Have a good night. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Bye-bye.
You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you, is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you.